Hey, I am Gokui, and the show starts now. This is Absolute Cinema!
Goku and Vegeta discovered the true mastermind of the elimination of the Saiyans. They've been fooled all this time. True power was being shown. Banzerot finally showed his real strength. It seems that there are countless mysteries to be revealed behind the true legendary Saiyan god. Beerus reveals about his battle against Banzerot, and Banzerot reveals all his power. At that moment, a small flashback of Beerus fighting Banzerot. All the gods of destruction were fascinated by what they saw. Beerus begins to raise the god powers, causing the entire arena to shake. Champa watched with a smiling face. Champa says,
"They will never be able to defeat a cat of destruction. Beerus's power is light years greater than Banzerot's. If Beerus uses his Hakai form, this battle will be over in the blink of an eye."
Beerus will fight Banzerot. Banzerot prepares to show his true powers to the Destroyer. Goku and Vegeta were watching and listening to everything Beerus was saying. Vegeta was ceasing the attack against Beerus the Destroyer, but he still had the energy to continue fighting Beerus. But still, Beerus had Hakai pointed at his hand, making everyone hear what he had to say. At that moment, Beerus speaks. "You can try to attack me again, but I believe that's actually not what you want, right? That's why I've been here on the planet of destruction waiting for you, because the moment I go to the battlefield, I don't know if I'll come out alive. You need to know the truth." At that moment, Vegeta was watching everything that Beerus was saying. Beerus concludes. Back to the flashback. Beerus faces Banzerot and smiling, he says, "Haha, you won't be able to defeat me. I am from the warrior family of the Cats of Destruction. Even though you are a Saiyan Supreme, not even the Saiyan from Universe 7 of the Prophecy was able to defeat me. So you don't take chances with it." Banzerot starts laughing on the battlefield, preparing to attack Beerus. Banzerot smiling says, "Ha ha ha, I don't care about the Saiyan from the Prophecy of Universe 7. Now you'll meet the Saiyan from your dream, Beerus. Or rather, from your biggest nightmare. Ha ha ha. Let's start." Alright partner, why don't you whack that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any videos and stay well connected to our entire universe of Z Warriors. Let's get back to it. At that moment, Banzerot goes for Beerus. Beerus the Cat of Destruction begins to dodge and launch several blows on Banzerot. The battle keeps going on and unprecedented fighting takes place. Beerus was showing a great performance in the fight against Banzerot, but at that moment we saw that Banzerot looked like he was hiding his game. Beerus initially already activated his energy of destruction. Banzerot used his devastation transformation. The two began to fight each other frantically until the moment when Beerus was getting the upper hand in the fight against Banzerot. Even the instant Beerus's body began to shudder, Beerus says, "What's going on with my body? It's not possible. It doesn't make any sense. I can't move. It feels like all my bones have been paralyzed. What did this bastard do to my body?" Banzerot starts punching Beerus, who for some reason had his body paralyzed. Banzerot starts to laugh and says, "Ha ha ha, goodbye. This is the moment of your defeat, Beerus the Destroyer. Ha 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 ha." Beerus is knocked out of the arena. The High Priest had declared Banzerot victorious, but Beerus didn't understand why he lost. Beerus says, "Was that really his power, or was there some kind of trickery? I can't understand this." At that moment, Beerus was analyzing everything. As time went by, Beerus analyzed everything when looking at Banzerot, the image of Zaki appeared. Back to current times. Beerus says, "It felt like everything had been controlled by him. It looked like Zaki was helping Banzerot." At that moment, Vegeta says, Then, was it really that? I cannot understand. Vegeta kneels on the ground and says, "Is that the guy I had fought with us to blame for all this? He ended up causing all that destruction." At that moment, Vegeta runs in front of Beerus and says, "How dare you lose to a guy like that? You really were the real culprit." A huge explosion happens on the planet Beerus and Vegeta's body falls to the ground. Beerus says, "It seems that Vegeta's power is still being controlled by emotions, but his ultra ego has risen higher and higher, and that's enough. As soon as he wakes up, his emerging power will awaken. Well done, Vegeta. You have surpassed all your limits. A war awaits you. At least he discovered the truth. Now I'm ready to enter the battlefield. It's time to go see my brothers and probably finish them off too. Take care, Vegeta. As soon as you wake up, I'll see you in the Celestial War. Goku, let's go to Earth." Goku watches and speaks. "Mr. Beerus, I never had a great relationship with my race. In fact, since I was little, I was raised on Earth by my grandfather, Son Gohan. Vegeta and I had several disagreements in the past, but I understand that now everything has changed for him. In the past, even he didn't care about his own race, but now his ways have changed. Now let's save our friends." At that moment, Goku begins to increase his energy more and more and activates his Infinite Saiyan form. Beerus watches and speaks. "Do you mean that all that time you entered battles, I managed to achieve this transformation? Surely this has to do with the training of the High Priest." Goku looks at Beerus and says, "That's not all, Mr. Beerus. There is one more power that I've been keeping and I intend to arrive on the battlefield with it." Beerus looks at Goku and says, "What are you talking about?" Goku says, "The essence of Yamoshi, the first Saiyan god, I learned from the dragon god Zephyr." Beerus with a straight face says, "Zephyr? How do you know this guy? He fought in the past Celestial War and is the brother of the strongest dragon god. I don't know if he is someone I should trust." At that instant, Goku says, "Observe, Mr. Beerus, my stronger transformation." At that moment, Yamoshi's image begins to appear over Goku's front. An image of the galaxy begins to emerge and Goku's body begins to receive energy from the constellations. Whis starts watching and says, "What an incredible power, Sir Goku. But what will this entail for your body in the future?" His energy increases more and more and combines the power of Infinite Ultra Instinct alongside the power of Super Saiyan. But now it's like you're gathering the power of a spirit bomb from the universe and consuming all that power for your body. Are you sure you can control all that power?" At that moment, Beerus observes and speaks. "What are you doing, Goku?" The entire planet Beerus begins to shake and Vegeta remains unconscious. Goku's body begins to change. His skin begins to turn blue, the color of a dark sky full of stars. His eyes turn white. His Infinite Saiyan hair continues. Goku says, "This is my most powerful transformation, the Infinite Saiyan Omni." Beerus says, "Haha. This can only be madness. What level does this Goku want to reach?" Beerus starts to think. "I hope you know what you're doing. Daishinkan may not have told you the risk of using this type of transformation. Everyone who used the Omni form ended up losing control and going crazy, with the idea of being heroes and being able to save everyone. They ended up destroying everything and becoming the greatest villains. Watch out, son Goku." Goku says, "With that power, I'm sure they'll be able to finish off those two. It seems that everything that happened was a bit complicated. But now that we know the truth, we can't let it all stay like this. Banzerot, this time I won't let my guard down for you and Zaki anymore. I don't care if you are a god of destruction from the past or if you are on the side of the Saiyan hybrid. I am Son Goku, the mortal of Universe 7 who wants to overcome his limits more and more. I'm excited. We'll settle the score once and for all. Goku increases his power more and more with his new transformation and teleports from the planet of destruction alongside Beerus, straight to Earth. Gohan and Broly were having a hard time fighting Banzerot and Zaki together. Gohan says, "Damn, how are you still alive? I was so sure I was done with you." Broly watches and speaks. "These guys are more complicated than I thought. I'll have to use my ultimate resource." Banzerot, in his form of devastation, says, "Ha ha ha ha, you two make me laugh until you are resisting well. Just thinking that everything indicated that you would not even be able to stand up after receiving my blows. I confess that I am surprised by this, but I don't have time to play with you anymore. That will be the end of everything. Get ready." Banzerot creates a large sphere of energy to directly eliminate Gohan and Broly. At that moment, everyone's body starts to shudder. Gohan and Broly speak. "What is that? What devastating energy is this? At the same time, it's pure." Gohan smiles and says, "Haha, I know that energy." Banzerot beside Zaki stops the attack and says, "It's not possible. That guy again? Did he manage to escape Shiva?" In another location on Earth, Goku and Beerus arrive. Goku says, "It's time to start putting an end to these guys, Mr. Beerus. Haha." To be continued. Beerus actually revealed the whole truth about everything that had happened to the Saiyans. Banzerot is the true culprit of everything, and yet Zaki and Banzerot are fighting Gohan and Broly. Goku and Beerus arrive at the battlefield. What's behind this new Goku transformation? Alright partner, what do you believe and what do you imagine about all of this? Regardless of what it is, it's more than important that you share your thoughts in the comments below so we can get into a crazy debate. Whack that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any videos. That's all there is to it, and we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye. Moments ago, Beerus and Goku appeared to help Gohan and Broly. Goku returns to Earth alongside Beerus. Beerus speaks. "Looks like we got here just in time, Goku. Vegeta will arrive soon and we will be able to resolve this situation. But maybe when Vegeta gets here, it might be too late. It seems that Gohan will increase his powers even more, but he still can't have 100% control of them. You Saiyans are very curious about your transformations. I remember until today when everyone thought that the giant ape transformation was the limit of your power." Goku starts laughing and says, "We have no limits to our powers, Sir Beerus." Beerus watches and speaks. "Haha, very interesting. These guys are getting on my nerves. I've held back until now. They are causing the most destruction in my universe. The only one authorized to destroy things here is me. Maybe it's time we eliminate these two Supreme Saiyans soon, because they can become an even bigger threat. I carry my fury to release on Banzerot since that day. I will never accept that this guy dominates any of my territory. You will pay for everything you've done. I think it's time we made them back off. After that, I will deal with my race. It won't do any good for you to attack so many cats of destruction if you don't go to the boss who is commanding this whole attack. Surely my father will want to end them all." At that moment, Beerus goes directly with Goku to the place where Banzerot was fighting Gohan and Broly. At that moment, Gohan and Broly were holding the battle, receiving attacks from Zaki, who had shown to have extremely high powers. Zaki says, "You've managed to get a lot stronger, haven't you, son Gohan? Haha, that blow you hit me hurt a lot. Knowing this, now I will be very careful and show the true Cell and Makaioshin hybrid essence to you. It seems that this power combined with your rage gets higher and higher, but you won't have much chance to do anything." Impressed, Gohan watches and says, "Is this guy still alive? How is this possible? I was sure that the blow I landed on him was enough to finish defeating him, but now inexplicably he came back and apparently much stronger than before. Looks like he got his powers back. I always knew that this transformation of mine was a double-edged sword. After the second beast form is brought out, if the enemy is not defeated in this blow, the end is practically declared. Fighting Banzerot and this guy gets harder. It seems that something very similar to Mr. Piccolo is happening to me. If this continues, I will end up losing all my energy. I do not know what else to do. I need to pay close attention to this. In that instant, we can directly see that Gohan ends up increasing his powers more and more and says, "This will be all or nothing." The moment Gohan goes to attack Banzerot and Zaki, Zaki was creating a large sphere of dark energy to eliminate Gohan and Broly. At that moment, a great light appears on the battlefield. A laugh arises. Haha, phew, that was close, Sir Beerus. I'm excited, haven't seen these guys in a while. Goku looks at the battlefield and sees that everything is completely destroyed. Goku says, "You see, the fighting must have been very strong here. Practically this entire area of land is destroyed." Beerus says, "I think you're pretty tired, Son Goku. Wait a bit, now we're going to resolve this situation with these two assholes. I have the right to eliminate these guys. Let us sort this out while you recover your energies. How about that?" At that moment, Gohan smiles and says, "Mr. Beerus, Dad, haha, you made it back, Dad, that's perfect. Wait, where's Vegeta?" Banzerot observes and speaks. "How is this guy back?" Goku, without thinking twice, activates his Omni Infinity form and charges directly at Zaki. Goku says, "I've had a hard time, but then I've had enough of you too." Banzerot says, "What? Impossible. What kind of transformation is this?" Alright partner, why don't you whack that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any videos and stay well connected to our entire universe of Z Warriors. Let's get back to it. Banzerot and everyone was impressed with Goku's transformation. Banzerot says, "How did this mortal reach this level? Not even I, who am the Supreme Saiyan God, was able to reach Omniform." Banzerot has a short flashback to before the Celestial War when Zakai and Daishinkan were united. Banzerot stood out with everyone, and for the first time he had seen Zeno-sama raising his powers more and more and showing Omnipower. Banzerot says, "This is amazing. Will I ever be able to reach this transformation?" Banzerot trained for several moments until he achieved his Devastation transformation. After a while, it began to reach its Omniform, but over time its head began to corrode. Until the moment when Banzerot went mad and created his Saiyan reign in Universe 18. Banzerot was never able to activate this transformation again. Back to current times, Banzerot says, "How did this guy manage to perform this form and still be aware of everything he's doing? This is impossible. Son Goku, you bastard, I will delete you." Goku and Beerus start fighting Zaki and Banzerot. Banzerot advances to attack Goku, but at that moment, Beerus appears in front of him and says, "You will fight with me, Banzerot. I have matters to settle with you." Goku appears in front of Zaki and says, "Looks like it's left for you now." Goku started to land several blows on Zaki. Zaki says, "How did this guy get so strong? I cannot understand. When he and Vegeta fell into our trap, the two were barely able to stay on their feet." At that instant, Goku says, "You know, I think that if you were so much stronger than me and Vegeta, what you really should have done was to finish us off. After having fought with the angel Shiva, we raised our power much more, and after we fought against the dragon god of war Zephyr, Zephyr caused us to release the essence of our powers. The power of the legendary heavenly Saiyan god lives in me. Yamoshi is with me." Zaki is impressed and speaks, "What? Impossible. Damn you, take this attack. Just as Zaki goes to attack Goku, Goku teleports and charges towards Zaki. Zaki is knocked back by the pressure of Goku's blow. Beerus the Destroyer increasingly raised his powers over Banzerot and says, I'm sure you planned some kind of trick in the last battle that decided the fate of the Saiyans. You think I didn't notice? You managed to deceive even the High Priest, but you do not deceive me. Feel the power of my Hakai energy. At that moment, a great explosion of energy takes place. Goku showed his true energy, causing everyone around him to be impressed. Banzerot, with its destruction transformation, says, Looks like you're back in, Beerus. Didn't you secure yourself with the other defeat you had in the past? I do not want to know about you anymore. So here will be your end. Ha 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 ha. Me? Cheat? I would never do that to someone as inferior as you. I'm already starting to lose patience with you. Your end is near. At that moment, Beerus observes everything that was happening. Beerus started laughing and says, I seem to remember it like it was yesterday. My defeat never made sense. Did you absorb theirs from someone else, or else Zaki must have helped you? Banzerot's energy is increasing more and more, but Beerus wasn't caring. He just remembered the fury he felt for what happened in the past. Beerus says, Anyway, it doesn't matter. At that moment, Zaki started to try to pressure Goku, but Goku was not the same as before. Goku remembered everything that had happened and is training with the Dragon Zephyr. Zaki says, It's not possible. It is not possible. How is this power being emanated over you? It doesn't make any sense. That battle didn't last a day and you came back with that power? Is that why the priestess Zakai told you to be brought to her? Cursed son Goku, take my final blow. In a few moments, Zaki steps forward to try to land a destruction punch on Goku. Goku is enraged and uses the Dragon Blow with Ultra Instinct, causing half of Zaki's body to be destroyed. Zaki fell to the ground and speaks. This is not the same mortal who fought with us long ago. Impossible. I didn't even have time to show all my power. Beerus starts to smile and speaks. That was awesome. I knew you were capable, Goku. This transformation of yours still makes me reflect. At that moment, Beerus starts to attack Banzerot with several blows. Banzerot speaks. What? Impossible. You got a lot stronger, Beerus. What did you do during that time? You always had a habit of just sleeping, your miserable cattle. Beerus responds by smiling. This time, I decided to conduct training in the Room of the Gods, just to prepare for this war. At that moment, Goku arrives next to Beerus and speaks. Banzerot, you're next. A big explosion happens on Earth. A voice comes up. So let's see if it's not the Saiyan who wiped out my entire race. I am the great Vegeta, and I will eliminate your entire existence now. Ikari's Ultra Ego had been activated. Vegeta says, No way, Kakarot. This guy's mine, and he will pay for everything he did to our race. Beerus appears smiling and speaks. Finally, Vegeta understood what was going on. Come on, show us your real power. To be continued. Alright partner, is Zaki dead? Goku in his Omni Infinity form managed to defeat Zaki and was about to defeat Banzerot. What's going on with all of this? Regardless of what it is, it's more than important that you share your thoughts in the comments below so we can get into a crazy debate. Whack that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out any videos. That's all there is to it, and we'll catch you in the next episode. Goodbye.
This is so much fun!